Gen Z started this revolution, so she obviously feels compelled to accommodate them. Balen Shah's name has been coming up now and then, it does come up, and he seems to have developed a reputation as a straightforward leader. We don't know how much, but Balen Shah himself has not taken any position in the present government. So, I think he sees the danger in associating with the present setup. It is a very controversial appointment because she is a Supreme Court judge, former Supreme Court judge. The Constitution bans her from taking any other official positions. So, to that extent, her appointment is illegal under the current Constitution. And then she has herself ruled that a Supreme Court judge cannot take another job upon retirement. She herself has ruled that. I think it will be very difficult for her to manage because she will not get support from anyone, because she herself, first of all, she herself is illegal. Then the Constitution does not allow her to do what she is planning to do. She has no authority to hold an election. She has no authority. And even her ministers that she has chosen, they are not legitimate. So, the situation is such that this is not the end of the revolution. Many people are saying this is the start of the revolution. Right now, the revolution is going to start.
Foreign Affairs expert Bhairaja Pandey sir, welcome to the Gorkha Spirit.
Thank you very much.
How do you see the Sushila Karki's, our new Prime Minister appointment?
It is a very controversial appointment because she is a Supreme Court judge, former Supreme Court judge. The Constitution bans her from taking any other official positions. So, to that extent, her appointment is illegal under the current Constitution. And then she has herself ruled that a Supreme Court judge cannot take another job upon retirement. She herself has ruled that. So, I do not know how she took that job to begin with, but she has a reputation of being very honest and very straightforward judge who is intolerant of corruption. That she has. But the process of her appointment under the current circumstances is probably illegal.
So, some Gen Z leaders also protest that we did not select her, our southern neighbor sent her name. So, do you think this accusation is somehow sensible?
It's possible. It's possible that India has very deep interest in the evolution of Nepalese politics. They pay great attention to what happens in Nepal. They would also like to manage the outcome of what happens. So, from what I hear, it's possible that they find her an acceptable candidate for the position. They have ignored the fact that her appointment may not strictly be legal, and even our own army people have gone ahead and got the president to appoint her as the Prime Minister, although the president has no power to do that. So, he is also in violation, the president, and the whole setup is questionable.
She met Gen Z's advisor and Balen Shah's legal advisor as a home minister. So, do you think it's a normal?
Well, Gen Z started this revolution, so she obviously feels compelled to accommodate them. Balen Shah's name has been coming up now and then, it does come up, and he seems to have developed a reputation as a straightforward leader. We don't know how much, but Balen Shah himself has not taken any position in the present government. So, I think he sees the danger in associating with the present setup, the government that is being set up, and I don't think Balen Shah calculates that this setup as it is now will be able to deliver on its promised goal of holding an election and starting a new government. It's all very nebulous.
So, what do you think about his rejection to be a prime minister? He refused, I think.
I think he had a claim to it, but he has refused it, I think, knowing the dangers involved in this position, because it's a very unstable kind of a situation. It's very unclear, and its legality is in question, and so he is clever enough to decline it.
So, in the protest time, he fueled the teenagers, Gen Z's people, youngsters.
Yes, Balen Shah did that.
And he refused later.
Balen Shah supported, I think, peaceful part of the protest. When protests turn violent, and they often do in such situations, I think he has tried to distance himself from it all.
So, the Sushila Karki, she is a former Chief Justice of Supreme Court as well, and she took the responsibility of new PM in interim government. She knows all the rules, she knows everything, but she took the post.
Yes, so yes, she did take the post with knowing that she is not supposed to do it, and then she did it, and so I think this is going to be affecting her. Somebody is going to question her sooner or later.
So, do you think she will just take all the responsibility to complete the election after 6 months? So, it is possible in such situation?
It will be very difficult for her to conduct an election, because other political parties are not necessarily going to support her. Gen Z has no base of support. They are a conglomeration of a group of intellectuals that are connected by internet, so they don't have a base on the ground. And then the others, there are all the political parties that are disenchanted with the current setup. So, as a result, it is going to, we'll have to see, it will be very difficult, I think, for her to complete the election process, because before that the country will go into a bit of a chaotic situation.
So, up to now, Gen Z is just like a mandate is not fulfilled, they are not happy, and the politicians, just like UML, Congress, Maoist, Socialist, these big political parties are not happy all this situation. So, how difficult her in this tenor?
It's very difficult for her.
Do you think she will manage the two group?
I think it will be very difficult for her to manage, because she will not get support from anyone. Because she herself, first of all, she herself is illegal. Then the Constitution does not allow her to do what she is planning to do. She has no authority to hold an election. She has no authority. And even her ministers that she has chosen, they are not legitimate. So the situation is such that this is not the end of the revolution. Many people are saying this is the start of the revolution. Right now, the revolution is going to start, and it will be very, very chaotic in the time to come.
Sushila Karki, she doesn't know the just like a result, and she just jump in this field, in this position.
It's a bit of a mystery why someone, Chief Justice with that kind of background, would get into a situation like this. I think it followed a long duration of negotiation and all of that, and somebody convinced her that she could do it. But she should have played a slightly different game, a slightly different game. She should have said, I will suspend the Constitution. She should have said that. She should have asked the army to suspend the Constitution. After the army suspends the Constitution, then army could have temporarily taken over the power, and the army could have invited her to become the Prime Minister. That then she would have no problem. She would become legal if the army appointed her. And then for 6 months or whatever, 1 year, whenever the new election is taken place, the army could hand over the power to the newly elected government. That's what it should have happened. But now the Constitution is alive, the President is there, and then the House has been dissolved without any authority, and it's a complete chaos. It doesn't make sense. And so as a result, the nation has entered a very confusing period.
So what should be her steps after this all happening?
What she should do is still, I have been advising this over on media, she should just ask the army to take over. Army should take over, suspend the Constitution, and appoint her and her team as Prime Minister and ministers, and let them function until the elections are held. Meanwhile, they need to draft an interim constitution, and under that they need to take the matter forward. That's what she should do, and there is still time to do that.
Thank you. Thanks for joining with us.
Thank you very much.